How's it going, guys? This is the Loewenator, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Infinite Fusion Let's Play. This is going to be part 5. Hope you guys having a good day as always. So, last episode we didn't really get the gym badge here, but we did manage to make it here from Mount Moon over to Cerulean City. If you guys did miss that episode, go check it out in the description below. Go check out the playlist. In today's episode, we are finally going to take out Misty today and get our second gym badge in the Kanto region. If you guys are excited for today's episode of Pokemon Infinite Fusion, please hit that like button down below for me, because it's always appreciated. Make sure you guys comment down below what fusions you guys want to see. I forgot about how hard this is actually going to be to get the fusions that you guys suggested, because it is randomized. So I have to actually go after these Pokemon casually and like traditionally. So we're going to have to find a way to actually figure out where these Pokemon are and actually get the fusions ready for you guys. I'll try my best, but if I don't, I'm sorry. I should have thought of that before asking you guys in the comments. So if I get it going, if I see these Pokemon out in the wild, I'll catch them and I'll fuse them and we'll all be happy. Anyways, so I wanted to grind a little bit and get my Pokemon up to level maybe 18. I think that's a decent level for what we're going up against, maybe. I tested one gym trainer just to see what the levels would be, and it turns out the trainer that I did end up fighting was level 17 or level 16. So I think Misty's ace might be like 18, 19. So I think we're adequately leveled. But as we get this underway, our first team member of this playthrough is going to be Voldemort, our starter. We did morph it with Zweilous. It is our Wartortle Zweilous pairing, which I actually really like this thing. I hope Hydreigon looks even cooler when it evolves. Hopefully it evolves at level 36, which I'm pretty sure it is going to, because it evolved at level 16, which Wartortle normally comes at. But it is Adamant with Torrent, Bite, Headbutt, Water Gun, Dragon Breath. We also have Mudslide, our Sableye, which I'm kind of excited to see how cool Magcargo looks like as a Sableye. But it is our calm-natured, dark and fire type with Shadow Sneak, Rock Throw, Incinerate, and Nightshade. We also have our Kick Chicken. We have our Kick Chicken. We have our Ghost Fighting type Delmise and Blaziken fusion, who is Speed Boost, Jolly Nature with Rock Smash Growth, Solar Beam, and Stone Edge. We also have our final team member, which is Lovezyre, who is our Quagsire Love Disc fusion, who is Hardy Nature, Swift Swim, Water Pulse, Charm, Draining, Kiss, and Stone Edge. But that is going to be our team, basically, for this episode. And hopefully, we can actually find some stuff. But first, I do want to fight our rival really quick, because he is here on the bridge. If you guys have ever played a Gen 1 game in your entire life, you will definitely know that he is here, ready to wreak havoc on us. Loewenator! I'm going to do kind of like a surfer kind of voice for him. Yo, Loewenator, you're still struggling along back here, hey? I'm doing great. I caught a bunch of strong and smart Pokemon. Here, let me show you let me see what you caught, Loewenator. Bro, let me show you, man. Let me get it going. Yeah. Alright, rival. Oh yeah, I did name him Greg. And actually, I didn't forget this little tidbit that he actually always fuses Pidgeotto and Nidorino, so that's something that is always a thing. So, one thing I would really like from you, sir, is if you don't poison me as you go for double kick instead. So already, we're off to a fantastic start. Asking you shall receive as we get to level 19. That's actually a lot of frickin' XP. So I hope I can find the Rattata. So I have on my desktop a file called Comments Fusions, and it's the ones that you guys have suggested. I have it saved here. So apparently somebody wanted Eevee and Jinx, another person wanted Poliwrath and Machamp or Hitmonchan. So basically fuse Poliwrath with either Machamp or Hitmonchan. And then we also have a Rattata and Coughing, so essentially Raticate and Weezing. So I really do hope we can find those today, or maybe even in a future episode. We just saw Mantata, so hopefully we can actually find that and maybe click on the fusion and maybe it appears somewhere close to us, but I don't know. I have to figure it out because it's just a really situational thing to look out for, and it's definitely not going to be easy to find, so we'll figure it out, alright? I'll make sure to at least try. I'll at least try and get it done. If I can't, then we'll have to do a traditional playthrough of not randomized so we can get everything that we want from Gen 1. Well, anyway, I'm off to Vermilion City to get my 3rd gym badge. Smell you later. You smell like rocks, man. You smell so bad. Get out of my face. Get out of here, man. Anyway. Let me stop guessing of what he might say. So, what do we want to do first? I feel like I want to go get the bike. But because we have speed up, I don't think we'll need it. Oh, okay. So he's just not going to... I assume we still have to get the bike voucher. So, do we want to tackle the gym first, or do we want to tackle the Nugget Bridge? Because I do want to see if we can get some more encounters up here. So I think this is the play. I think we can try and get more encounters up here. Because when I usually play Fire Red version, which I'm currently on a file right now, I always change my teams constantly. My girlfriend knows this already. She knows that I change my team almost exclusively every time we play. Like I can't tell you how many times that we played through the actual X and Y story and I changed my team like 4 times. So my first ever team had frickin' like a fighting type on it. It had Pangoro, and I switched it out for Trevenant. And then I also had a dragon, and I switched that out for frickin' what's it called? Wigglytuff and Trevenant and stuff like that. It ended up being on the team late game instead of the other Pokemon that I already caught. And it's just a whole it's a whole ordeal. So I really got to start like staying true to what I actually have instead of just constantly backing out, you know? But that's okay. I had fun. We just beat X and Y together yesterday, so it was actually really enjoyable. And she ended up liking the game, so I wasn't worried. Come on, man. Like, X and Y literally has so much personality to it, and the frickin' Elite Four fights never have been any better than what they are in that game. I think, if I'm gonna go on a limb and say that one of the generations has like the best Elite Four music, it's definitely X and Y for sure. There's no way you can tell me that the Elite Four in X and Y is not absolutely crazy and not amazing. Like it's like some of the best that I've ever seen. But in terms of like my favorite, so actually what I did want to do is I wanted to do kind of an interesting question of the day today. So I wanted to ask you guys what your favorite Pokemon game was. Or if you guys have like a top 3 or a top 5, I would love to hear it. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. And let me know of any, what's your favorite Pokemon game of all time. But also like what's your like top 3 or top 5 favorite Pokemon games from like best to worst or whatever. So for me specifically, I would probably say my favorite one of all time is Black and White. And number 2 would probably be Platinum. And then number 3 would be Emerald. And if I had to pick like 2 more to round up the top 5, I would probably have to go maybe... Honestly, the newer ones are really good, like Scarlet and Violet and Sword and Shield. Those were really good games, I'm not gonna lie. I think Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet got a lot of like mixed reviews, and I don't even know why. The game is actually super solid. I'm actually a huge fan of it. Like, Sword and Shield was fun because of the Max Lair and the Dynamax adventures and stuff like that. And it was also fun because of the legend, just based on the legendaries you could catch in that game, just by doing a bunch of max raid battles and stuff like that. It was really fun. The Crown Tundra DLC, of course, you guys know what that is. Woo! Wheeler! So Wheeler was... Oh, wait! Wheeler was wheezing. We could have caught that and used that as one of his fusions. That's one thing we need to pay attention to, by the way. We need to start paying attention to like Pokemon that are fused already and see if it has any of the Pokemon listed that we have here. Because I just saw Wheeler, which is Weezing and Kingler, But that would, like, I know it's not coughing. He specifically said Rattata and coughing, but I would assume that he would go with the impression that eventually he's going to be able to become Eradicate and a Weezing. So I would assume, obviously, you're not going to expect Rattata and coughing through the entire game. Like, come on. I'm not just gonna roll through the entire game with basic mons. Like, come on. But Weezing and Kingler, that would be nice to have. We haven't versed Misty yet, but I wanted to come up here first and see if we could get any encounters first. Which obviously we probably could. So Weezing we can grab. I just can't find it, man. Sneasel and Bonsly. That's an interesting fusion. There's Grimer. I mean, it doesn't really count. It's still a poison type, but it's not the one that he asked for. So like I said, if I go through this entire game, if I go through every single patch of grass, and don't at least find the fusion or the Pokemon that's actually listed, then I'll guess I'll have to just deal with it and move on, I guess. Wow, King Shrew! His head is so small! Oh my lord. Why is his head so small? And sorry about using speed up, guys. Like I know it's not that big a deal to some people, but there is some people who don't really prefer to have speed up on all the time. Oh my god! Is that actually Magnemite and Tyrant? Can I have this? Is there any way I can not kill this thing? Yeah, there is. He's burned. No, I only have one chance. Come on. Yes! That's insane! Magnemite and Tyrant. Yo, with the gears on his head and with the magnet on his tail? I'm actually kind of intent. Yeah. I would love to do that. What do we want to name him, though? I don't know. I kind of want to go for more of a magnetic pole nickname, like a play on words for electricity. But at the same time, he's a dragon. Like, what exactly would you pair up with that? Let's just go generator. Let's just go generator. I think that sounds good. Yo, this fusion's kind of goes hard, man. That's really good, and it has a special attack nature. Okay. So does that mean that's going to be a Tyrantrum and a Magnezone? This game does go up to... What? Excuse me? No shot. Are you serious? Shiny Starmie? Is that what I'm looking at here? How do I not kill this thing? I'm so afraid to kill this thing. Out of nowhere, we just get a shiny Starmie. That's insane. Holy crap, guys. Is that the traditional look of Starmie when it's a shiny? What is that? Holy mackerel. I mean, it kinda is. Is that what it looks like? I guess. Which one's better, though? I like the classic red and blue sprite. Yo. Hell yeah. Let's name it Crystal. How about Crystalline? Give it a little bit of personality to the name. Not just be a generic name, Crystal. That's it. Yo! We just get a shiny out of nowhere. That's insane! Yo. That's so good. Do we fuse this thing with anybody? Oh yeah, I forgot. We had our, we have our Lairon and, Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do we do it, guys? Wait a second. Do we fuse Lairon and Shiny Starmie? Wait. I want to see this. Wait, what? His tongue was green. So regardless, it's going to be a shiny? Whoa. That looks insane. So regardless of what you fuse it with, it's going to be a shiny. Look at how sick that looks. The green is so insane. Heck yeah, we're going to morph its moves. Water Rock? That's a great typing, man. Recover? Oh yeah. Rapid Spin, I don't think works like that in this game. Mud Slap, yeah, we're not ground type. Dude, look at how... That's ridiculous. Oh, we're so keeping that for sure. And you know what? I think we'll keep these two. I mean, it's steel and rock, so it's going to be a real big fighting type weakness, but we have... I mean, we have answers to it. We have Kick Chicken, who's completely immune to it. I really want to use Aggron in some fashion. Okay, we'll do off-screen grinding for these two off-screen, but at the same time, if we do have some time, if we do have a little bit of time for any other fusions, we will. How come we can't find that Wheezing again? Can we really not find Wheezing again? I want to get that fusion for this guy, man. I want to come through for you guys, man. I don't want to just sit there and have nothing to show for it. I don't get any interaction on this channel at all, and the fact that I just get my first bit of excitement for you guys, and you just... I'm just gonna come in here, drop the ball, and just not do it. Like, I'm kind of disappointed, not gonna lie. I'm kind of disappointed in just not being able to come through. Yeah, like I said at the beginning of the videos, though, if I can actually go off screen and find them, I'll do that. So I don't think we'll have enough time today, specifically because we've been doing other stuff and fusing those two. But I think we'll go do what was intended for today's episode and get the badge, and then just kind of move on later. But oh my god, bro, we found a shiny! Yo! The color scheme is freaking sick! That is a dope shiny. Yo, the colors of freaking Starmie mixing in with Lairon is just top tier. It is so good. I love it. And then we have this cool fusion. I love the idea of a electronic dragon. It just sounds so good. Does that mean he's weak to ice, though? Well, you're neutral to ice anyway, so it's not really that going to be that big a deal. So I tested out one trait already, so... I won't use speed up for the gyms, though. I'll just use, like, speed up for, like, the pointless battles, you know? So, yeah. Also, what starter did you guys use in all your Pokemon games? Like, for, like, starters were always such a huge conversation. And, like, every time I would go through this game specifically, I would always go Bulbasaur at the very start of my childhood. And I used to have this, like, really cool teal blue Game Boy Color when I was a little kid. I think I was, like... What, I had to have been, like, what... 6-7 years old when my mom bought me and my brother our first Game Boy. And it was so amazing too. I really liked the fact that we had such fond memories, but at the same time, it was really weird because at that time of my life, we went to, so a little bit of a fun story, but it doesn't end very well. But we went to McDonald's to get something to eat, basically, and I ended up leaving my Game Boy inside that McDonald's, and it kind of got lost, and I wasn't able to recover it again, which was really unfortunate. I really, really liked that Game Boy too. It had such a nice color to it. So we're gonna go and battle Misty now. But yeah, I left my freaking Game Boy in McDonald's and never saw it ever again. But I would always be a huge Bulbasaur fan. I would always pick him. I was always such a huge grass type trainer, and even to this day, I still am kind of like a fan of the grass typing. And then it wasn't till very recently when I played through X and Y and had a love for a certain Mega Evolution that I started picking Charmander because of Mega Charizard X. Because my favorite colors, if you didn't know, are black and blue. So it just kind of worked. Hi, you're a new face. What's your policy on Pokemon? What is your approach? My policy is an all-out offensive with water-type Pokemon. Misty, the world-famous beauty, is your host. I'll let you use 2 Pokemon for the fight. Are you ready, sweetie? 2 Pokemon, huh? Well, if I'm going to go with 2, I'm going to go Kick Chicken for Solar Beam and Voldemort for Stab. Voldemort for Dragon. So, this is a water-type gym, so I guess what we're going to see here is a theme of a few fusions with quite similar typings. So, the gray symbol there next to the 19, that's a normal type, which means you're weak to fighting. Oh, wait a minute! What item is that called? What item is that called? Is that a... Was that a red card? Because I feel like red card is when they actually switch out. Sorry, I was speeding up again. My bad. Okay, let's actually get out of here, because I don't like being confused. If there's anything that I really, really hate inside of a Pokemon game, it's getting confused. It's one of my least favorite things. But yeah, but basically, yeah, so I've lost my Game Boy in this McDonald's, and then I would always be such a huge grass-type user, and then it wasn't until the very end that I started using Charizard, because I really liked the Mega Charizard X version when I played through X and Y, so I would specifically pick Chespin because I was such a huge grass-type aficionado, let's call it. So I would go Chespin and Charmander and just use those 2, and then I would catch maybe Clawitzer as my water type and just start freaking catching other Pokemon, right? But yeah, it just kind of devolved that way as like a thing where I really started to appreciate dragons and really started to appreciate the different typings that started being my favorite, you know? So I actually started embracing like my favorite colors as typings and stuff like that. So I really like the dark type and I really like the dragon type. If you kind of saw that I had a TikTok back when, like a few months ago, I had my TikTok still, and sometimes I would go and upload. Damn it, this thing's gonna keep on recovering. So yeah, on my TikTok, I would upload like Pokemon brackets and stuff like that, and like my favorite typings and stuff like that. And top 3 literally were a hair clip, no. But literally, my TikTok bracket, I had Pure Skills. I had Dark type, Dragon type, and I had Poison. Which normally I wouldn't like those typings before, but I just kind of felt like those were my 3 favorites because of how the Pokemon were and just kind of the lore that I liked around the Pokemon. So it was just kind of a mix between that. But anyways, yeah, just kind of rambling on. But we are actually into the end of our episode here. We got ourselves our 2nd gym badge. We fought our rival Gary, aka Greg. And we got another fusion. We got 2 new fusions and a shiny. That's insane. Starmie absolutely kills it with the shiny, and the fact that Lairon looks like that is just like That's on another level. I cannot wait to see what Aggron looks like when it evolves. I cannot wait. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy this episode of Pokemon Infinite Fusion, please hit that like button down below for me because it's always appreciated. Make sure you subscribe as well to the channel so you guys don't miss out on an episode of Infinite Fusion action. And I am going to see off screen if I can go and get that Weezing on the route above to see if I can get that fusion halfway there, you know, so I can come through for you guys. I know it's not that big a deal and it's only like, you know, it's my let's play, but I want to do it. But I want this to be like a community channel. I want you guys to be included in some of the decisions and some of the like the fun aspects of it. I want you guys to be the fun aspects of it, but I'm the one bringing it to you guys and actually controlling what happens and like making it happen, you know. I'll still do things my way eventually, like in a way, but I want you guys to know that your input will always be considered, and I'll like keep an open mind about it, you know. This is our channel. It's not just mine, but it's like it's our community channel. I want it to be fun for the both of us. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you leave a comment down below of any other fusions you'd like to see, and if you'd like the Pokemon to be nicknamed after you as well, let me know. This has been the Loewenator. I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far as a whole, and I can't wait to bring you guys more fun action on the channel. More Pokemon content, as well as anything Nuzlocke related. I am going to do Nuzlocks on this channel, not just regular playthroughs. So if you guys are interested in that, consider subscribing. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to get out of here. Take it easy, guys. Peace.